And I am back, and I am going to murder this guy perfect base, dig into the walls, find this guy, a little bit each day, murder this motherfucker. A couple months progress, and part of that progress is going to be this dead dude. I can hear him, and I would like to kill him so that he will quit making sound, and also that he can be dead. That's what we're doing today. I am going to find this guy. If I have to level the walls that I have spent literal years building, I will find him, and then he will not be anymore. That's what's happening. But it looks like he's not in these walls so much. If I have to come back to these walls, fuck, I am going to level them. Just to the ground. I do have a plan, though. I'm going to do a circuit underground. And because this is the deep underground part of the south wing, this is where I'm going to be doing... Oh, that doesn't go anywhere. I haven't been down here in a while. Obviously, I haven't even dug this part out. This part is the brewing room, which is going to have a lot of water. It's going to have an aquarium. It's one of the more complicated sections of the base, and that's why I haven't really dug it out all the way. You see this big sand thing? That's where the aquarium's going to be. Where is he? I can hear him. Again, I haven't managed to get the sounds from Minecraft into OBS that you can hear him, but rest assured, he is making sound. And he is a motherfucker. And is he up here? Mobs don't spawn in trees. So it's like, meh. There's probably... I have already searched all of this like a million times. I just don't... I'm willing to consider anything at this point. Like, there could just be something hollow underneath this. So maybe there's just something under here. I actually need to dig these out. I want those steps to be pushed another 2 blocks back. It's not a big priority, just to give a decent amount of distance from the walls. See, not so much here. Not so much here. Can't see shit. A little bit. God, it's infuriating. Alright. Let's just seal it back up. I think I know what I have to do. I am not a man of extremes. I would like you all to know that. I am not a man of extremes, but I will. I absolutely will kill this dude. Like, that's how it's got to go down. And I think as I begin to put all the pieces together, I think I know how this is all going to play out. Because, oh man, I don't think I'm being unreasonable here. I think I am taking a calm, proportioned, reasonable series of actions of increasing, like I've started low, I've done the reasonable things, and now I am working my way up to the somewhat less conventional means by which I am going to find this guy and make sure that he stops being alive. I am going to look for some code, and I'm going to put a hard stop on it. This is my Control-Alt-Delete. For this guy and wherever he's hiding from me. I know you came here to hear about news, or maybe you thought I had more Avengers spoilers, and there's like a whole perfect base 5.0 that I've been talking about, I've teased, haven't been talking about. Not what we're doing. What we are doing here is we're going to find a dude and we are going to silence him in a very permanent way. Partially because he's a bad guy and fuck him. But also, and it's kind of important, he keeps making a noise that I don't like. This is how I feel about things, man. I don't like noises that are shitty. So, alright. I'm going to set these two on fire, and then, as they're burning a little bit, let's get some more. There you go. I'm going to dig a little more, clean up around here, and we're going to see what breaks out. I'm going to see what turns out. Just going to explode a few more things. Pop these walls and oh wow, that was way less explosion than I thought it would be. That's super weird. Okay, let's clean up this stuff. Let's see what we are doing. That is a guy burning. That is a motherfucker burning. There he is. There's my boy. Oh my god, I'm so happy to see him burn. Die, you piece of shit. God. Julian Assange of WikiLeaks fame was finally arrested. The most amazing thing about this story is the flood of bad takes. The United States causes for arrest are like super slim, like Assange maybe helped Ashley Manning guess a password back when she was stealing information about United States war crimes. Also, Assange did take info on the Democratic Party from the Kremlin, and he released it during the 2016 election using WikiLeaks as a conduit to interfere in the election. The Trump campaign tried to coordinate with WikiLeaks, and the Trump administration pressed for the charges in extradition. The Obama administration having kind of let it go. I am benefiting from cutting out sources which are both accusing Assange of treason. He is Australian and cannot commit treason against the United States because it is not his country. And sources accusing MSNBC of being obsessed with them while invoking the deep state. It's Glenn Greenwald. The second one is Glenn Greenwald. I'm watching this dude melt. I mean, I am watching this dude melt the fuck down over this. Look, never stop questioning your sources. Usually Glenn Greenwald is fairly accurate. On the left's too hard lean into the Mueller investigation, but his characterization belies his appearance as a principled crusader for freedom, and by extension that of his news, I want to say newspaper, news source, news service, The Intercept itself. You all know I respect, actually you guys do not know I respect Glenn Greenwald, or have historically. I guess you don't, because I never talk about it. And conveniently I don't anymore, so there we are. I regularly recommend Intercept articles here though. And I'm not going to suddenly find fault and throw them all out. I'll continue following The Intercept on its own merits, drop Glenn Greenwald himself, and try to remember to have an extra bit of credulity when it comes to their stuff. Incredulity? Yes, incredulity. My bad. Circling back a bit later than that, though, I do not have an opinion on this one. I don't know enough. There's too much stuff. There's too much stuff in the WikiLeaks story for me to have an opinion on it. I got magic previews and propaganda accusations and fucking New York writers trying to raw dog Brett Ellis and I don't have an opinion on this. I don't need to, and you don't need to. Acknowledge it. Keep an open mind, but you are not compelled either to have an opinion or to revel in your ignorance. I often say, do this, whatever this is in that context. And if you can't do that, then why can't you do it? Say, I don't know. And if you can't say, I don't know in your life, why not? Honestly, I dropped like 4 F-bombs in that last bit, and I know that because the text-to-speech of Google Drive is actually turning all of my Fox into F asterisk 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 asterisk, and it's kind of funny. And also, Fox was supposed to be Fox. It is great though, as someone who loves writing and who I think speaks better than I write, who speaks a little faster than I write, and who would like to frame speech, then write it down, and then say it aloud. That entire writing element of it is a big wrench in my process. And being able to just speak, edit. Oh shit, that fucking egg is oh god damn. Okay, fuck, whatever. I can't believe that egg didn't get caught in the fire and die, and that it went so far. Fuck, okay. I'm gonna dig these things out here. Like I said, I needed to kind of move these stairs out from the wall. What I think I might do is I might actually break this down and make these into like a little park or a lake or something. Just kind of a nice little side thing. I know that I have been literally working on this for years, and the core of my base is not done. My wings are no wings. I am 0 for 4 on wings. I am 0 for 4 on courtyards. The walls need major work. But I'm going to stop here after murdering this dude, and I'm going to make the murdered this dude miniature lake and park. Okay? In memoriam of that motherfucker, what that took too long to kill. That's the story that's happening here. Boy, I really forgot where I was going with that shit. Something about Google, and then stopping to make a thing. And then, yeah, Google Drive is great. Like, being able to just talk, and then it turns it into words, and then I can just turn it back. It's great. Because there's like a process where I have to even... You guys don't care about the process. If you're curious about the process, fucking email me, or DM me at Van Velding on Twitter. So there is this new video game called Sekiro. It is, I think it's like a Japanese styled version of Dark Souls. It's very hard, as you would imagine if you're familiar with Dark Souls. And a lot of people enjoy it. I've heard nothing but good things about it since it came out. However, some folks have been asking for an easy mode. I believe a dude even made a mod that made it easier, and then he beat the game on the mod. And I think it's reasonable to ask for an easy mode in the abstract. However, some people have lost their shit about that particular request. Again, I think it's From Software who made it, and they're the people who made it. They haven't agreed to make an easy mode, okay? People have merely asked for this mode, and then someone made kind of like an easier mode for it, and people are still losing their goddamn shit over it. It is insane. There is a famous like forum post or something that's gone out, and some guy talked to the dude who made the easier mod, and he is like, you fucking, you cheated yourself and you didn't learn anything. Honestly, it's the kind of post that is best read by the Jim Sterling character, I think Duke Liamel Hardcore. My primary source for all of this is like Jim Sterling and Twitter, so bear with me here. That character, it's the sort of forum post that character's made to read aloud, and he does a great thing. Anyway, regardless of whether it's really douchey or like only somewhat douchey or what, the notion that you've cheated yourself of something by completing a video game in some way other than the designers intended is super douchey. And I absolutely love that douchey is in the Google Voice library, okay? It is a new toy, and I'm having a lot of fun with it, okay? So just cut me some slack. Anyway, a lot of these guys are talking about artistic integrity, and if you want to hear someone really take this apart, who has a lot of credentials and a lot of knowledge, you should totally look at the Jim Sterling video. I'm going to link it down below. I said gym like 50 times because sometimes Google Voice will read it as like gym is like a place you go to work out. Sometimes it says gym, and if you say Gaim, it just goes right off the reservation. Regardless, every game, okay, is like 52 card pickup, okay? It's something really simple, and you just got to go through the motions to do it. It's made for you to win. Like, there's no challenge to 52 card pickup. And it's actually kind of tedious. Without all of the obstacles and pitfalls and Goombas, Mario, for example, is just walking right until you hit a flag. Like, that's the whole game. You can make it harder. You can metaphorically hit someone with a shovel every 13 cards or every 5 minutes. You can just scramble the cards up again, or you could lay the cards out so that some of them are hidden, and they're hidden according to a pattern. And as you find more of them, you become more familiar with the pattern that helps you find more cards. And no matter how clever that pattern is, like that game system is still a bad example of gameplay because you don't learn anything at all. All you learn is some obscure pattern in the abstract, and you perform that kind of pattern recognition, but it's a very narrow form of pattern recognition. And it's only useful inside the context of that game. And don't be like, oh, well, if they make another game like it, then no, because you know that the first mark against any sequel game is using the same mechanics as the first one. Those are different levels. I'm going to make a Little River. I'm going to make that one run into the other one. I think it's going to look really nice. You want the novelty of experience, and what you actually learn is just a new novelty of rules. Like when you beat a game or a very hard game, all you've learned how to do is to beat that game. What improvement is there? What skills do you learn from beating Sekiro? Can you put it on a job application? Is it going to get you one extra donor on your Patreon? Is it going to advance the field of a hard science? Let's lowball it. Is it going to advance the field of a soft science? Is one goddamn red cent going to change hands over your fucking ability to beat fucking Sekiro on the easiest fucking level that's out there right now? And do you feel more special because like a couple million motherfuckers on Earth can't or haven't done the same goddamn thing? Because let me tell you, most of those motherfuckers haven't done it because they just have better shit to do. Being the fastest rat to beat the Skinner box is no reason to be pleased with yourself, because you're beating a puzzle that someone made for it to beat. Play some fucking Simon, you goddamn zombie. Maybe you and all of your other fucking galaxy-brained friends can hang out in a fucking Discord chat with each other, which I think is a great idea, because I would much rather all of you be there than anywhere where I might accidentally run into you. You've only improved at being people who feel the same as you, unless you accidentally use that bullshit metric as a way of making friends. And then, for starters, you're basically just looking for social in-group indicators. You might as well pay $5,000 a plate benefit and wear this season's latest dress, and then hang around with your friends and laugh at all the people who are wearing last year's rags. You might as well buy a fucking jersey and a bumper sticker and season tickets to the goddamn Jacksonville fucking Jaguars, because you're just doing the same thing but with a lower $60 buy-in and making it a race through a fucking Skinner box. You should be demanding not the absence of an easy mode, but a goddamn public badge which says that you beat it on hard or medium or low medium or whatever the fuck they call their easiest fucking level. And I'm demanding this. I'm demanding this for you. If your game is hard, I want a bag I can put on an account so that the harder the that's supposed to be badge, so that the tryhards whose fucking sense of achievement is limited to video fucking games can all be put into some internet ghetto and learn what insufferable fucking bastard factories they all are. Look, you can watch Star Trek correctly or you can watch Star Trek incorrectly, okay? If you watch Star Trek and you don't get its leftist, open-minded humanist philosophy, you don't need to agree with it. You don't need to agree with it. But if you don't merely get what it's trying to say, then you have failed to watch a TV show, just as surely as you have failed at playing any fucking video game. Honestly, video games can teach people valuable things. You really can learn and improve yourself by playing video games. Papers, Please, Human Resource Machine, Typing of the Dead to some extent, although I'm not really married to this. You can play that insufferable Stanley Parable game, which is fucking garbage and I hate. Look, there are games where you can learn a lot more than fucking Sekiro. Making all the silent siciness that has to go in your fucking Weeboo Stabby game number 114. I mean, hell, mod makers who make easier versions of Sekiro are learning more than anyone else who's thinking about their achievements while fucking masturbating. Shoot me a list of games that teach more than pattern recognition and bosses who are built to have recognizable patterns, because the ones I listed are just the tip of the fucking iceberg. The weird thing is that at the end of his video, Jim Sterling actually talks me out of the thing that we agree about. Like, how weird is that? He said that he doesn't play video games for the challenge. And then I kind of tuned out because I was folding clothes or working out or something. I was multitasking or something. But I was thinking to myself, well, of course I know Jim Sterling knows why Jim Sterling plays video games. In the abstract, though, video games do have different goals. A difficulty setting on a walking simulator is stupid because a walking simulator isn't a video game. The Witness isn't a walking simulator. It's a puzzle game with a bunch of extra steps. Some games are about aesthetics. Some are about mechanisms. Some are about ideas. And some are about being hard. Look, it is fun to be challenged. And after a shitty day of being a small cog in a big machine and being a stupid ape with bad breath that fucks up all the time, it's nice to sit down and to learn something completely useless and to be good at something and to overcome a challenge, even if it's meant to be overcome. That should make you happy. But it shouldn't be a fucking status symbol. It should make you happy, and that's good enough. That's fair. Still, someone who is less able than you deserves that feeling of achievement, that experience. The same way you don't need me telling you what challenge level you should play on. You don't need to tell complete strangers what level they need to play on to get that feeling of accomplishment that you do. It's weird and it's condescending to say that. If someone needs an easy mode to have the same experience with Sekiro as you do, you know, they don't have to be at the same level as you. And that's inconsistent with the notion of feeling accomplished, unless your only sense of accomplishment is being better than other people, and competing with others is a valid way of understanding your skills and abilities as a prerequisite to just basically negotiating society and having self-confidence. But it's bullshit in the world of playing video games and enjoying yourself. I don't know. Come back to me when you're demanding harder levels for fucking Days Gone or whatever, because you're not feeling accomplished enough. And also, remind me to do that Oliver Twist, Please Sir, May I Have Some More video. Like, it just reminded me, I kind of wanted to do that. Anyway, I think I'm running out of time. I think I actually managed to time this fucking perfectly, because I'm getting better at this fucking bullshit. So I'm going to go to bed, and I think I'm just going to wrap it up for the night. I thank you, as always, for listening, and keep learning, keep asking questions. Later.